You know how they say comparison is a thief of joy? And if you tell me that you never compared yourself to anybody, that's a lie. Because everybody's done that, is doing that at certain times. You know, you see all these people. I mean, let's just be honest. Whatever it is that you want to do, you obviously see other people doing it, succeeding at it, getting all the spotlight. I'm not saying that you want the spotlight, but obviously you want to create something that's impactful, or you want to make a living off whatever you love doing because you put all your time and effort into it. You have responsibilities, so you need to make things work. And therefore, you need to get there, right? And then you go and you just see people who are living that life that you want to have, right? Automatically something in your mind goes like, all right, why can't I? Like, and then it's also like, hey, they only posting selfies, right? Why are they making it? Like, things like that. But in the end, that's not gonna do anything positive for you. That's stealing your joy, like, that's for sure. But it's also just, it's absolutely like not getting you anywhere to have that type of mindset, because everybody has their own journey, right? Their own challenges, and you don't know what those people are facing every single day, right? So comparing is not only really disrespectful. Like, if somebody ever compared themselves to you, do you remember thinking like, they don't even know what I'm going through? Like, they envy me, right? But they don't know what I'm going through. I think that's one of the worst things somebody can do. Like, it's just so unattractive. Because truthfully, you probably don't want this other person's life. If you could have it all, change it all, you will keep yours, right? So it's just one thought to start it out. Anyway, this is about how long it takes to get there, and just the feeling that you put in the work, but you are just not even close. And other people, they seem like, you know, they got it all. Like they're 10 years younger, they got it all. Why is that? Why is that so? Yeah, why is that so? All right. I'm sure you know there's so many success stories that you heard about that brand, you heard about that person in, 2017, and then never again, right? It might not necessarily mean that they fell off, which is an awful word anyway. They might still be making a living off what they're doing, right? But some of them actually had to stop and doing something else right now. Maybe that was their choice, but maybe it was just because they were not ready, like mentally, to take that spot for themselves. Like, what I mean is, virality is not sustainable, and if something just pops off, and if you ever had like some sort of whatsoever viral video, you definitely know there's just nobody sticking around. Usually, is not really pushing you forward, only in the sense of that you realize numbers don't matter, but it doesn't really get you anything. So that's not something to chase. And number two, you probably aren't ready yourself, so you can't even sustain it. So it's just absolutely not the goal, right? And that's something to think about, because a lot of people were not ready. So they might have got what you want, but they were not ready. But you know why it sometimes takes longer? Because I love this saying of saying like, the longer walks are just like there for you to, build yourself up, turn yourself into that person that is mentally stable to take it all in. Let's say you want to be a painter, you want to be an artist, like literally paint on canvas and make a living through that. Live in a place where there's probably some other artists around, so you're not going to feel like the only one, which is never cool. Something like that. Let's just, whatever it is you want to do, this is an example here. So you've been painting, and none of the galleries really want your paintings. And if you manage to get them in, anyway, if you manage to get it on that wall, nobody's buying it. So that sucks, right? If you're building a business, or if you're a creative, whatever you want to achieve, actually, you always think like, oh, I need to work on my skills, right? I need to be better at painting. I need to paint more. Actually, that's it, right? Or my business is not working out. I need to go over all the famous people who did business and do my business plan better, my products better, all of that. oftentimes, obviously, this is a great thing to do and this is a good mindset, but sometimes it's overlooked that there's something else. Something else that might be much bigger that you also need to work on. And this has absolutely nothing to do with your craft. It doesn't have to do with the fact that you're painting or you want to sell something online or you want to create a channel on YouTube or you want to be a guy, whatever you want to do. it just, I don't know. It just came to my mind yesterday that you have to reach a certain point of mental stability, and that is not something that you get to by practicing your craft more often. This is something on a completely different platform, right? And you just don't want to have your success until you have not reached that level, because let's say you make it, all right, you sell your painting for an amount, and then you get some people interested in your stuff, and you could continue. But the reason you can't is because your private life, everything is falling apart because of whatsoever reason. You just have never learned how to communicate with the right people, and you're going into all the wrong traps. And then mentally, you're not stable to keep up with the fact that you messed it up, and you are not stable enough to keep up with the fact that some people messed it up with you, and you just can't keep going. So I've been realizing a lot that whatever you ask for, it's just, you're shown a path. You're put on a path, actually. You're not shown it. Like, if you go through it, like, that's a path you're actually put on, but it's something that is very different from what you would actually write on a piece of paper right now. Like, let's say I ask you what you really want. You got to write it down here. It's probably going to be all the creative goals, all the things that you want to do, all of the cool stuff. But it might not be something like, the personal things, right? Those challenges of actually being that person, being strong enough to actually take it all in. Because I once was at a point where I was opening a business, and the only thing not the only thing, but I honestly gotta say, looking back, everything that had to do with business, I do it well. I didn't really mess up anything. Any part I didn't mess it up. Not the product, not the shop, not the business stuff, not the money. I actually did it all great. Only my personal life, my personal challenges, everything that was the worst thing ever happening. Like, nothing was good there, right? So actually, I gotta say that I'm happy that I didn't get what I wanted, because if I had gotten what I wanted, I would never have worked on my personal life. And then one day it all would have happened, and my personal life would have shredded my dream to pieces, right? So I'm just like, yesterday I was just thinking, I feel so blessed to have these people come into my life in these challenges, and then also great new people, like a different type of energy that I have never felt before. And it's just because I am literally like, whatever I ask for, I feel like is coming to you. So that's what I'm saying. Whatever you ask for, you feel like you are not getting it, you are put on the path. You are going in the right direction. But just, look into yourself and be honest. I don't know, there's this person in your life, why is he this, like, why is he talking to you like this, treating you like this? You know why? Because you need to learn how to handle it. You need to learn if this is somebody you need to step away from, if this is something you gotta kind of approach and figure out and communicate. And those are just the little things. It's different for everybody, but I feel like it's definitely true that the longer the walks, the bigger the blessings. Like, think about it. Like, if you failed at something, it was a while ago, you probably have grown so much, done so much inside work, healed so much, that if you had gotten it back then, you would have fallen off. So just appreciate that. And I know it's hard, and anyways, it's something I've been really just feeling really happy about, because I'm like, hey, everything I'm asking for is coming to me. Everything you're asking for is like, you are put on this path, right? And even if you can't see it, all these things do happen for a reason. So no matter the people you attract in your life, is all just a reflection of your energy. And if those people, you know, are not yet the people, you gotta keep going. You gotta learn, you gotta move forward, you know, meet new people, work on your circle, stuff like that. That's, at least for me, that's a big thing. That's something I still need a lot of work to do, but I'm working on it anyways. But that's just something I came to realize. Like, we always focus on our abilities, we focus on so much, especially if you're business minded. You have all these thoughts in your head what you could do better. But one thing that I used to overlook for years of my life is that part, the personal one. Because sometimes it's easy to get upset with how life goes, but you don't realize that that's challenges. Challenges put on your way, nobody else's way. Because your way is different, right? You don't want to be a copy of somebody else. You want to be unique, right? Your brand's going to be unique. You are your brand, whatever you want to do. And therefore, your challenges are unique. So you can't compare yourself to anybody out there. And you just got to, you know, take it all for you. And if you want it all, like 1 year ago, tomorrow, 1 year ago, I kind of started this channel. And the second video I uploaded, it was titled, I Want It All. And if you want it all, you know what? That's big. And I know personally, like, at least what I want to do, there's a couple ideas that have been there for over a decade, I guess. And that's big. Like, that's big. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's huge, okay? So I wouldn't want to be that mentally unstable person who cannot communicate. So I'm just happy for all the challenges put my way. You know, everyone's different. Your challenges are different. So there's no reason to compare. You better embrace those challenges and keep pushing. It's not going to be easy, but as long as you keep walking through them, it's going to get better, all right? Much love. Make sure you write your own story with your own pen. Oh yeah, tomorrow I scheduled out a video that's kind of like the first video I ever posted. But I was sick and I took a one-take voiceover on my bed. Anyways, it's some nice visuals on it, I guess. A little bit more poetic. That's it.